I'm Arran, and today we are reviewing the In Space Phantom Ranger, but personally I don't consider him as in space because he was in Power Rangers Turbo for practically half a season, not in space. He was in space for I think 1, maybe 2 episodes, and then the finale when Zordon gets destroyed. So although it says In Space on the box, technically he's not actually from In Space. Now, quick thing, if you want to do an In Space one, do a battle damage one, like on the In Space episodes. You can see all his suit and the wiring and stuff is kind of ripped open from where Ecliptor and Astronomer and I believe Divadox attack him. So if you want to do an In Space one, just do that version rather than the one we got in Turbo. Anyway, back onto the actual thing. Enough of the ranting, Aaron. So here is the box. You see him in the front. Now there is some paint missing on him, which I will point out when I get him out of the box. Anyway, as you can see, here's him in the box. Again, he is missing paint, which I'll show you what it is he's missing in a minute. So, here's the side of the box, where you see one side of his helmet, and here is the other side of the box, where you see the other side of his helmet, and here is the back. Now, again, I love this, I really do. But there are some really kind of annoying and nagging things about this that I'm not very happy about. But anyway, let's get him out of the box and have a proper look at him, shall we? So, we are now on to the Phantom Rangers accessories. Now, he has quite a few, and some I believe are a couple of new effects pieces. Now, I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure at least two new accessories, or new effects pieces I should say. So this one is pretty cool. I love the colour in this one as well. This kind of wraps around his chest to make it look as though he's either been blasted by a gun or some sort of electricity, or punched in the chest. Now, these are the only bits that kind of, if I can hold it, these are the only bits that kind of move on this. And the reason they move is to wrap it around him. So yeah, that's that effects piece in a great see-through blue, actually. I quite like it. And again, that I believe that's a new effects piece, but I'm not 100% sure. So, the next piece is, I'll do the other new effects piece, which is this piece here, which I believe can go in the end of his weapon, which I'm going to show you in a minute, but it can also go in his chest in the hole in the power ruby. Now, I really don't know why Hasbro did the hole in the power ruby, because he never had it in the TV show. And I know they know that he didn't have it in the TV show, because when they first announced him, they showed a clip from the actual TV show. And you saw on that clip that he does not have the hole in his power ruby. And for Hasbro to show that, you would think they would have realised that they made a mistake, but they haven't. So I am going to try and fill that somehow. We do have some gems somewhere, so I might see if I can find a gem that will fit and that's the right colour. Because that does really annoy me. And I'm never going to pose him with this in his chest anyway. So, yeah, this is, I believe, a new effects piece as well. This is quite sharp on the edges, so be careful. This is abnormally sharp. They're not normally this sharp, actually, the effects pieces. And if I turn it round, it has this little bit that will go in the gun or in his chest. It's a little knobbly bit that goes into the gun or his chest. Now, I almost said nipple then, but I stopped myself, but oh crap, I just realised I did say it anyway. Anyway, the next one I'm going to talk about is this one, which is the Turbo Navigator, which is painted in a really nice metallic silver. Now there's a quick story about that one, about this one. Well, it's actually a long story, but I'm going to give you a short version. So, in the TV show, in Power Rangers in Space, and in Turbo, he never had this weapon. He had his own style of weapon, which didn't even look like a gun, to be honest. So, I don't know why they included this. But I'll take it, it's still a weapon, and if we get Power Rangers Turbo figures, this can be used for them. And this also just proves my point that this is mainly from Power Rangers Turbo. Well, this figure is mainly from Power Rangers Turbo. Power Rangers in Space, I think it was in one episode, well, two actually, and he never used this. Now, the other thing I'm going to suggest, which I'll mention when I mainly talk about him next, if I can get hold of his hands. Yes, I did really swear then. So this are his fist hands, Well, these are his fist hands, I should say. Black, just plain black. Pretty much like the Andros disguise figure. And here's the other one. It does also have the stitching. And yes, I did nearly drop that. Does have the stitching, which looks absolutely amazing. He does also have a set of hands on him, which I will show you in a minute. Anyway, let's get on to the actual figure. So, here he is, all posed and standing up. Now, the reason I have the box behind him is because I'm wearing a black t-shirt and he's a black figure, so he kind of blends into the t-shirt. So that's why the box is behind him. I personally absolutely love him. So he is missing some paint, so there's the rim across the top of his helmet with the kind of red line in the middle should be gold. And he's also missing some detail on his chest plate. Now, two things. If you wanted to do an in-space Phantom Ranger, do it with battle damage, as it's known in the Power Ranger universe. Because in the show, you see he gets blasted, you see his chest armour is all broken and there's what looks like wires hanging out of it. So, if you want to do an in-space one, do that version. And just leave this one as the Turbo Ranger one. Or Power Rangers Turbo one. Because I know that has annoyed a lot of people that they've done this as Power Rangers in space. It's not a huge problem for me, but it does slightly annoy me because I am quite OCD over my stuff. Not as bad as some people that I know that are in this room with me right now. But yes, I am quite OCD, but like I said, not as bad as some people. But here he is posed with the Turbo Navigator and the effects piece, which looks absolutely amazing. If Hasbro Pulse still have it in stock, I'll put the link to him down below. If not, then just put in Lightning section Phantom Ranger and he'll pop up somewhere. But if I can find it on Hasbro where it's still in stock, I'll put the link below for that. But yes, this is the Phantom Ranger. Great figure. I just wish Hasbro wouldn't do some of the mistakes they do on these figures, specifically this one. But hey, I don't work for the company, so I can't really tell them what to do. All I can do is suggest that they maybe look at the details on the actual suits a bit better. Because some of the things are absolutely nailed perfectly. Which I'm really happy with. But anyway, that's the end of this review. I've got a lot more figures to review, so keep an eye out. And I've also got something I've worked on for quite a while, which I have put hints in videos of, which I'm not going to tell you. That's bye bye for now from Arran.